create some awesome intro music for Tombs. Wow! Wow. Alright, anyway, so, hey guys, it's Tombs. Yeah, I know, I just messed up that transition and I don't really even care. I don't even know why I have both headsets in, or headphones. I usually wear these giant headsets. This really terrible intro. You should probably be skipping past this. Wadsworth constant and whatever. So anyway, I've been doing these videos just from my phone, just like these random whatever videos, and I feel like I want to do more YouTube stuff. I used to be a StarCraft streamer, for those of you who don't know. Used to do a lot of that, but now I'm just trying to like break off into something different. So I literally just typed in questions for atheists and then like found one of the first videos. I don't know which one was this. Is like, I don't know, 5 or 6, 10 down. It seems like everybody, every one of those, it's, the first one was like Questions for Atheists by the Amazing Atheist, Jacqueline Glenn, Amazing Atheist, Facts versus Religion, the one question all atheists fear, which I think is just dumb. I think I've heard that one before. And I think that I've seen like 15,000 response videos on that, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Oh, the next one was Atheism-is-unstopable. Jacqueline Glenn again, 10 questions atheists can't answer. Matt's answers to atheists. And then this one, 5 questions for atheists. So I just went and scrolled down. The one that all atheists fear, if you guys really want me to do that, tweet me or send a comment below or whatever. I don't care. Hit me up on Facebook too, you know, whatever. TumescentPie. Yeah, just make sure you spell my name right. Make sure you spell my name right. I'm not even drunk and I'm still slurring. Alright, so anyway, let's grab this video. I'm going to drag this in. And then we'll say hi to this guy and find out what's up with this guy, what he wants, who he is, all that stuff, right? So you go ahead, man.
Hey guys, it's Justin with you once again.
Oh, hi Justin, how you doing?
I know it's been a little while since I've made any videos or anything.
Yeah, it's been too long, man.
So I figured I'd
all right, come on, get to your point. Let's get to the fucking question. Where's the question?
To get into your minds a little bit more, see where you're currently at.
Okay, let's see where we're at.
Try to understand.
I'm just looking for the question.
And what has drawn you to where you're currently at, into picking up the name atheist.
Oh Jesus, I think I missed the question.
For agnostics as well, but this is more specifically to the atheist community out there. So
I'm doing this.
I just have 5 questions I wanted to ask.
Oh, okay, I missed the question yet. Jeez, Wadsworth constant, right? So we jumped in.
For you guys to answer those.
All
anyway,
right.
the first question.
Why, ready to go.
Why are you guys? Why are you an atheist?
Okay, that's easy. I'm an atheist because it is the default position. All right, cool.
I'm sure that you guys have put a lot.
Oh, there's follow-up.
Thoughts.
Yeah,
energy,
I have. I've put a lot of thought into this.
Why you do not believe in God? Why you reject the belief in God?
Okay, so the problem with his God, the issue with the question that he's asking is, why don't you believe in God? Well, you got to be more specific, right? So when you start going down this path of why don't you believe in God? Well, I'm gonna guess that you're going for the Christian God, and that's because you're a white dude, just with this American accent and such. I don't believe that you're gonna be Jewish. Jewish people don't proselytize. I can't talk. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep pushing through. Anyway, let's keep going.
So I'm just kind of curious as to how you came about that conclusion. You don't have.
Oh, okay. So the way that I came about that conclusion is that I was presented with many gods, and each time that I was presented with one, logic allowed me to push through the disbelief. I mean, why don't you believe in Spider-Man, right? Why don't you believe in Darth Vader? I mean, most people don't, right? They don't believe that these fantasy creations are real. And if you look towards even other things that people believe in, other religions, why are you not a Mormon? Why aren't you a Scientologist? Why aren't you these other religions that have come up in the time that we've had recorded history? Well, it's really easy, right? It's because you know that there was a writer. You understand that there was a writer here that made fiction, and you can trace their origin. You just don't know the origin of these Stone Age writers or these Bronze Age storytellers, so it makes it more difficult to just shoot them down. I get it.
To give me your whole life story or anything like that, but I'm just kind of curious on that. So you can make a video. I would appreciate a video. You don't have to make a video. Just
make it a video, man. Doing it.
You can comment or not comment.
Got something stuck in my
teeth. Doesn't really matter either. But it's really up to you. So that's the first question. The second.
Okay, yeah, I answered it. I'm an atheist because it's the default position. Because just like this bottle of Advil is an atheist as well. It doesn't have thoughts. It doesn't get to declare. So until you declare for a religion, then you are an atheist or an agnostic or whatever else. Although those answer two completely different questions. The easy answer to why are you an atheist is because it's the default position, and that there's been no evidence that has been presented to me by really anyone that can shake that default position. And once there is evidence for it, I will change my mind. As long as there is evidence, whatever, keep moving.
Question would be, do you know much about the Christian God?
Unfortunately, I know way too much about the Christian God. So I was right. You are a Christian. Yay, points for me. Yes, I know quite a bit about the Christian God. He is a super bad guy in that book. I mean, have you read this Bible? I mean, okay, so yes, the Bible starts in a really stupid way, and it goes on and on about a lot of things that are really just at odds with all of our observations about Earth and the universe and humans and all of that stuff. But in addition to that, he is a super bad guy because his morals are based off of the morals, I don't know, thousands of years before any of us were born, and it was a different time. It was definitely a different set of ideas that ruled the earth. Anyway, let's go.
I know this might sound kind of weird due to the fact that I know you guys don't believe in the Christian God. However, due to the fact you've done your research and you've studied thoroughly, and
cover to cover, baby,
the realities of life, you've come to the conclusion that where you're at that you're an atheist. However, as we all know, Christians,
dude, your question
come to know God.
Oh my fucking god, dude! Seriously, your question is so just long. Do you know about the Christian God? Yeah, I know a lot about your Christian God, but you want to frame this question in like this really stupid way. I still don't understand what your point is. Let's try to get to it, okay?
More, as you say, intimately or more closely through the Bible.
Okay, so you get to know your God more intimately and closely through the Bible. I didn't prepare for this, by the way, so I don't have like notes and whatever else. So I'm not gonna pull passages for you. But I mean, this is the God that told a man to sacrifice his own son. This is a God who killed everybody on the earth. He's a God who has been wrathful and vengeful, destroyed a couple of cities over a few angels that people wanted to rape, which seems like something that those people were a big fan of. And rape seems like a whole like weird thing, especially because you could own slaves and you could have sex with them against their will, and that's not quite rape. And you know, whatever, that's just a thing, man. You could pay for a rape. You could pay 2 shekels or 25 shekels of silver for raping someone. If it was a virgin, you had to marry her. Like this whole thing, man. These are the morals that are set forth by your God, and this is the shit that's in the Bible. This isn't even shit that we have to logic through and say, hey, you know, if humans were on the planet for 100,000 years or 200,000 years or 300 million years or whatever it happened to be, right? Like 6,000 years even. Let's go with 6,000 years. Let's say the humans were on the planet for, you know, the Earth's only 6,000 years old, and then the beginning on day 4, whatever. God creates the people. I might be off on day 4. You can correct me in the comments. I don't give a shit. But for thousands of years, if you go by the telling of the Bible, or for you know, hundreds of thousands of years, people were just condemned to hell because God didn't want to show up. I mean, seriously, come on.
Which is the testimony of how God has showed and revealed himself throughout the centuries.
He revealed himself to be a terrible
How much
being.
do you know about God? Have you read the Bible front to back? Have you studied it thoroughly? The third question I have would be, is when you think of the Judeo-Christian God, what's the first thing that comes to mind
without even having to think about it? Monster. I just was going over it. The Abrahamic God is a fucking monster. He's a goddamn lunatic. He's a fucking lunatic. Have you not read this thing? He's a fucking lunatic. You could beat people to death with stones. You could throw stones at people for picking up sticks on the Sabbath. Okay. Hey, you guys worked on the day that I said was for partying and like rest, and you have to die now. Okay.
reflect and think. If you have the first thing that comes to mind, what do you think about the Christian?
Also, women can't come into church. They can't be in the temple if they're on their period. If they sit in a chair, there's like all this. I mean, come on, man. Look up Leviticus. Like, look up Deuteronomy. I mean, this is, for fuck's sake.
God. And then question number 4. Question number 4 would be, what is God's character? Who is he? What is in his nature? Who do you think he is?
He's a jealous 13-year-old. I mean, the God in the Bible, what is his character? He's a jealous little bitch. There are no other gods beyond me. I carve that into stone. Okay. I mean, don't practice magic. Like, okay, like there's so much wrong with him. It's a feeble attempt at controlling people. And it's not even a feeble attempt. Like, it's a powerful attempt. I should say it's a feeble attempt because if we apply logic to it, it falls apart. But for fuck's sake, it has worked for thousands of years. Ugh. What kind of character does God have? Okay.
He's good, evil, bad.
Evil.
Whatever.
No, he's evil.
Who is God and his character? And then following question number 4 is question number 5 was, how did you come to these conclusions?
Okay, so I came to these conclusions, especially about him being a monster and evil and a 13-year-old, because I read the goddamn Bible. Read the fucking Bible, cover to cover, guy. I've pointed out some points that have shown him to be just an asshole. I mean, he flooded the world. The whole world, because people weren't doing the thing that he wanted them to do, and partially, that could be because he spread his message instead of just like showing up and being like, "Hey guys, listen, I am your God, I'm the one, I'm here," and just showing up to like every human being. He's like, "I'm gonna show up to this crazy guy and that crazy guy. Hey, I'm gonna show up as a burning bush that nobody ever sees, just once to one guy, and." I just hope that everybody believes that guy because that seems logical. That seems reasonable. Hey, you know what? This message is going out to the internet and anybody can see it. This message is going out in a way that people all over the world can see it. And I'm not even famous. Like, it could be seen in Australia or Germany or wherever. This is just a piece of technology that exists. And, I know that my YouTube following is really small and whatever else, but this message is going to get out the way that I intended it to. It's going to be my words, it's going to be my face, it's going to be these images out to all around the world, and it's going to go up as instantly as it's done, and over an internet connection that's mediocre by our standards, and it's going to get up there, and it's going to go up to space, and it's going to get shot around the world. And when my audience was bigger, when I was streaming on StarCraft and stuff, and it could be going to 1,300 people live at all at the same time, just all over the world, just all at the same time. And you're telling me that God can appear to one dude who he says to go spread his message? Guys, I want you to go spread my message. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go spread my message to a bunch of people. Like, that's exactly what God's doing, is he's showing up to one person and saying, spread my message out there. Hey, guys, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, God, right here, man. Like, here's my message. I give it to this guy. I'm going to give it to a guy on the stone temple thing. I'm not going to broadcast to the world, hey guys, I want you to do this. I'm not going to show up in a place where they have writing. I'm not going to show up where it's credible. You know what? I'm not even going to show up and like hand out iPads. I'm not going to show up and like hand out technology that's so far advanced. I'm not going to tell people about marsupials or about how circumnavigation works or that the earth isn't really the center of the universe or like any of that stuff. I'm not going to show up and tell anybody any of that shit. I'm not going to tell anybody how to get to the moon or how to get to these other places. You know what? You can exist in a tenth of a millionth of a billionth of a quadrillionth of a, like, all of these little tiny fractions of the universe as we break it down. That's where you get to exist. You get to exist on this one small part of Earth. Like, humans only exist on the surface of this Earth, right? Like, think about this globe, right? Like this globe ass microphone that I have right here. Humans get to live on this part of it, and of that, 75% or so is covered in water. So you get to live on 25% of the surface of this thing in the middle of a speck of dust. Okay. All right. Let's listen to what Justin has to say. He's got about 30 seconds left. Let's go.
What makes you think that the theology of God, I guess you can say, is what you came to your conclusion?
Oh, the theology of God, the study of the history of your religion, shows that it was spread by an oral tradition for so long that it wasn't until like Constantine, which is 300 years, give or take, 270 years, whatever, after the death of the character, right, of Jesus, the character in the Bible, 300-ish years, 270, whatever it ended up being, years after that character died, is when Constantine spread your religion by the sword. Okay, do you not get how that's not reliable? If I tell you about an event that I wasn't at, if I tell you about the Civil War, how reliable is that? How reliable is my account of the Civil War? And this is, again, with, modern technology and writing and all of these things that we have that didn't necessarily happen in the time that Jesus was alive. We don't have those types of stories from that many sources. The Civil War, I can point to letters and such from a bunch of different people, and there are things that are still contested, and that was a couple of lifetimes ago. That was in the history of our nation, of our very young nation, that shit happened, and it's still contested. There's all of these, you know what, even better. How about this? The JFK assassination, right? That was within my parents' lifetime. That was within most of our parents' lifetimes, or your grandparents if you're really young. The Kennedy assassination is something that is still widely controversial. If you go on YouTube and look it up, right? Like, it's not controversial, right? It's not really all that controversial. It was a lone shooter in a building, whatever. But the grassy knoll theorists are out there, right? 9/11 is another great example. That happened in our lifetime. That happened while I was an adult. And there's all of the conspiracy theorists around the dank memes and the steel beams. Like, it's insane. It's insane that you can think that your God is real when you don't even have like an accurate. You just never mind. Just finish. 20 seconds.
What about him made you believe that that's his character? Anyway, that's it. Nothing fancy, but it's kind of...
All right, bro. You peace out. I'm just going to drop this over here. My green screen's all fucking up. All right. Anyway. So I'm casting shadows on it, and I put up a green screen behind me. You can do whatever you want behind me. All right. So anyway, I don't need the audio anymore. I hope you liked it. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing anymore. I said fuck it, and I'm going to do it live. I'm a live streamer. That's kind of my background. That's what I did for a while. As far as video creation, I live streamed for like 3 years. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to do these style live just response videos, and we'll just do what we can. I don't know like how much I can like grab like whole videos and stuff like I did here. This one's a pretty old one, and it's a pretty small one, I think. I don't know like how many views does this one have. This one had like 2,700 views from 3 years ago, so it's kind of a smaller channel, so I don't think that it's going to be like content ID auto takedown or anything. So I'm not sure exactly how much like actual like prep work I'm gonna have to start doing, like where I like start chopping up videos ahead of time and then like play the sections or something. I don't know, because I know that fair use says that I can comment and that I can make comments on other media and stuff. So I'm gonna have to figure that shit out too. I think my audience is small enough right now that it doesn't really matter, and if I get a strike, I guess I don't know, just quit YouTube forever. I don't think that's the way it works, right? But if I do get a strike, I'll modify my behavior and we'll move from there. I hope it wasn't strike worthy though. Other than that, please send me whatever you want in terms of ideas of what you guys want to see me do. Beyond that, fucking like hit me up on Twitter and shit. I get bored, man. I love you guys. YouTube out.